Okay, so I'll do the intro and then we'll have a little bit of a pause at the end so that we can do a bit of editing front and back on the whole recording.
Yeah,
Okay.
no problem at all.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to a long-awaited community chat return. Um, I'm going to try today not to talk too much. I know you're all going to celebrate about that because I waffle on for too long, but I am joined today by Danielle. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So, Danielle, without further ado, tell me more about you, what you're up to, and why I got excited about wanting to chat to you. It's over to you.
So I organise a Christmas box appeal every year for vulnerable children that are within Kent.
Yeah,
I've been doing this since 2014. The first year I did one charity, and we provided 32 boxes just to that one charity. And then every year that's gone by, we've had more sort of social media awareness, more word of mouth, more and more people that want to get involved, some
yeah.
businesses, some schools. And now we're at a point where we are providing about 600 Christmas boxes to various charities all over Kent. So that
Wow.
is all of Clarion Housing, which is domestic violence refugees. So we
Yeah.
provide presents to the children living within them all over Kent. We do Dandelion Time, Caldecott, Action for Children, various home starts all around the county, Dad's Unlimited. So it's basically just got to a point now where we've got lots and lots of people that are willing to put Christmas boxes and Christmas sacks together. And I provide them with the information for the children. So I
Yeah.
will get a list from all these different charities, and that will be the children's age, name, gender, but also their likes and interests. So we can
Okay.
tailor each box to the things that they would enjoy opening on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Um, there are two drop-off points within Ashford
Yeah.
where people can drop their box to or their Christmas sack to. I then collect it, bring it back to my house where I will label all the different sacks and boxes up to where they're being delivered to and who they're for. And then at the end of November, I do a big round robin of Kent, delivering them all to the different places so that they're there ready for December and ready for Christmas Day.
Wow. I like the way you just go, I just do that and I just do that. And they do that. I mean, you are really a modern day Mrs. Claus, aren't you? Let's be honest. And please don't take offense to that.
No, not at all. I mean, the appeal really is only ever as good as the support it gets. So I'm always just so hugely grateful. There's so many people that take part. I have so much help from family and friends. So yeah, there's lots of Mrs. Clauses helping, doing all the background work.
Everybody putting together. So you touched briefly. So sorry, how long you been doing this now? Is it 10?
So this is my 11th year that
11th year.
I've been doing
Wow.
it. So yeah, and it's just grown and grown each year. I think more and more people have heard about it, more and more people want to get involved. And yeah, it's just got bigger and bigger as the years have gone by.
So it was commented to me that obviously people can make up a box or they can sort of give you a donation for it. And you also mentioned about two drop-off points, particularly here in Ashford. I'm assuming there's more throughout Kent, is there?
No, unfortunately, at the moment, there's not. It's just the two in Ashford at the
Okay.
moment that we had the drop-off points for with the GoFundMe donations.
Yeah.
So before COVID, obviously, every year it ran the same. So every year I would receive the information from the different charities, allocate that information out to people that want to do a box.
Ah,
And yeah, that would run exactly the same every year. Obviously, with everything else that happened during COVID, we had to reevaluate everything
yeah.
because people couldn't go shopping. Obviously, I couldn't then receive lots of boxes into my home.
Of
So
course.
we set up the GoFundMe in the hope that people would be willing to support it. And I was blown away in 2020. We raised over £6,000.
Wow.
And basically, what I then proceeded to do is with those lists, all the presents that the children said that they were hoping for, I disordered them all, had all the presents delivered to my house, labelled them all up for where they were going, and then delivered them all. So rather than delivering Christmas sacks and boxes that year, we delivered toys, bikes,
Wow.
scooters, everything. Yeah. And since that point, I've basically run both sides of the appeal. So you've got the Christmas box side where people can go and do their shopping themselves,
Yeah.
or I've got the GoFundMe money where people can donate and I do the shopping. But also with that money, I top up any boxes that may just need that a little bit extra, just so that no child has any less than another.
Yeah.
Any children that aren't allocated at the end, I'll go and do the shopping for. But that money is also used for if we have any children that come in really late to the end date.
Yeah.
Obviously, especially with sort of with the refuges and stuff, there may be a family that arrive or additional children that arrive. So I can do those Christmas sacks right sort of at the last minute. But we also sometimes buy, if they have like a community area where the children play together,
Mm.
or out in their, if they've got like a garden that they play in, we've provided like Wendy houses, bikes, football goals, so that the children can sort of play together with
Yeah.
those bigger items too. So that's what the money's also used for.
Awesome. So, I mean, I mentioned to you when we were chatting off screen, so obviously we've got quite a big database of clients that we talk to. And I did mention that's why I asked about is there other drop-off points, but you've covered all angles there. So if a lot of our kind of clientele may be sort of outside of Kent, for example, but they can still get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. People can still get involved. And that through that GoFundMe link. So if anybody was to try and find me, if you type in Danielle Perry on GoFundMe, that will come up with Christmas Box Appeal 2024. And it's through there that people can either donate or people can contact me directly through there because that is linked to my email address.
Yeah.
So if anybody wanted to complete a box themselves, they can get in contact with me through the GoFundMe link itself.
Okay, so I'll make sure we put the link up in any post that we do, and we'll share that out there as well,
Yeah, lovely.
and
Thank
try and
you.
sort of help you out and get as many people sort of involved as we possibly can.
Perfect.
Just coming back to the point about the two drop-off points in Ashford, can you let us know where those two are?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the two drop-off points are there is one which is the Phoenix Primary School, which is based in Kennington.
Yeah.
So you can drop off to that school, or the other one is the Ralph Lauren store at Ashford Outlet.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you
Yeah.
can drop there too. So either one of those drop-off points is great. I do deliver all the presents at the end of November, so there is a cut-off date that I would need people to drop their
Wow.
donations to these. Yeah, so it's coming
What
up
date are we
fast.
looking at, Danielle?
So the drop off, the last date for drop off point is the 22nd of November.
Okay, so I'll just make a
So
note of
that just
this
gives
one so
me
I remember.
time to, that's fine. It gives me time then to collect them, obviously bring them back to my house, label them up for where they're going.
Yeah.
And then we have to pack them all up in obviously the boxes for the individual places and then deliver them. So it just gives me a little bit of time. So yeah, the 22nd of November is probably the latest date that I'd be able to take them.
And latest date if somebody wants to kind of support the GoFundMe page, roughly.
The latest date for the GoFundMe is, well, if I'm honest, probably up till December because sometimes we'll get requests come in for, we've had like particular requests come in for like food hampers if there's a particular family that would benefit from like a food hamper.
Yeah.
And anything like that can be done a little bit later into December. It's just the presents themselves. We like to get them there before December because they might want to put them under a Christmas tree
Yeah.
or anything like that. So we'd like to try and get the actual gifts there and the advent calendars that we provide.
Yeah.
They obviously need to be there before the 1st of December. So any of the donations can be used in different ways. So
Yeah.
there's not really a cut-off date for the donation as such.
That's really good. I mean, we are a little bit short on that. I mean, we're what, the 7th of November now, so we've got kind of what, 2 weeks. Oh,
Yeah,
but we
about
would
that.
help, we would promote, please people reach into the pockets. Certainly reach out. We'll put the links up for how people can find out how they can help, where they can drop off, times, dates, that kind of thing,
Amazing. Thank
and
you.
so forth. And the kind of final question I really want to ask, do you actually get time for Christmas yourself?
So Christmas for me starts in September
Wow.
because yeah, that's when the charities start to email me the list of their children.
Yeah.
I tend to sort of put that out there normally end of September, beginning of October because
Okay.
nobody really wants to talk about Christmas in
Yeah.
September. So I try to put it out there sort of October time. So yeah, between sort of September and the end of November, there's nothing other than dealing with Christmas boxes for me, but I love it. I absolutely love doing it.
I
It
can tell,
really
do you know
wouldn't be
what?
Christmas.
I can
Yeah,
tell
it
that
really
from your
wouldn't be
energy,
Christmas
and I think
without
that's
it.
really, really super important. And I definitely take my hat off to you. We certainly want to try and help you and support you without a shadow of a doubt, and we'll do what we can.
Oh,
And I think also
thank you.
it'd be good to have a catch up sort of in the new year, see how you got on, sort of if you've got
Yeah,
any sort of
absolutely.
amazing stories from the children that have received the gifts and so forth, and continue doing this on a yearly basis with you, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, thank you so much. That's
No,
yeah, that's great. Like I said before, the appeal really isn't anything without the people that support it. I mean, I have many people that donate money, but also donate a Christmas box who I've never even met before.
wow.
So I'm always just so grateful that the word spread
Yeah,
and people are willing to support it and get behind it. Because without the people physically doing that,
yeah.
it really wouldn't be what it is. So yeah, I'm just forever grateful to everybody that's involved in any capacity.
That's brilliant. So again, you may have said this, and I am a man, and I always get told by the team upstairs I'm not always listening properly.
That's
Um,
right.
but what is the name? Have you got a name for what you do, like a charity name outside the GoFundMe? What?
No, not really. So I'm not a registered charity.
Yeah,
So this isn't a full-time job for me. It's just something that I do in my spare time.
yeah.
It's kind of locally known as the Christmas Box Appeal.
Okay.
And then obviously with each year that passes, Christmas Box Appeal 2024 and
Yeah.
so forth. So Christmas Box Appeal is really what people tend to call it. Although in saying that, it has been a much more Christmas sack appeal in later years rather than a
Right.
box, because people can fit more presents in a sack, which is
Yeah.
fantastic.
You can never have enough, but yeah, I know, I know what you mean. So I'm going to call that then. Let's call it the Christmas Sack Appeal
Mhm.
2024. That's fine. Okay. So Danielle, I really appreciate your time. I know you're super busy and I've interrupted your work day,
That's
so
all
I
right, no
do
problem at all.
I do massively appreciate you jumping in on this with me. Thank you again.
No
Um,
worries. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's
no, it's
great
it,
to reach out to new people and get the word out there. So yeah, it's
well
great. Thank you so much.
that kind of brings me on to the final bit, if this is okay. So
Mhm.
we sort of mentioned it, sort of you share the video when we put it out. Please, anybody that's watching this video, just share it on your social media. Let's help some children. I suppose really just have as best as possible, a normal Christmas, an enjoyable one.
Yeah, it really does make such a difference. Like the letters that sometimes I get letters from the children themselves and little
Wow.
pictures, which is just amazing. But to know that you've helped make Christmas morning that little bit extra special for a child when you wake up on Christmas Day is just such a lovely feeling.
I think it's just fantastic. It's kind of choking me a bit that. So thank you very much indeed, Danielle. I'm going to let you get on because, as I say, I know you're super busy. And anybody viewing this, please jump in, help out, follow the links, share it to friends, family, everybody in your social media. Let's get the word out and let's help as many young children as we possibly can. Thank you very much indeed, Danielle. I really
Thank you. Thank
appreciate
you for
your
your
time.
help.
All
No
right, take
problem.
care.
Thank you.
Thanks.